Hello everyone, this is Hermione Reads Comics. I'm Hermione and I read comics. So in today's video we're doing a review of the Vigil issue number 1, which from this cover it looks like a James Bond kind of comic book. And I personally, I'm going to put this down for a moment. When I saw the cover for the Vigil, because I had just finished reading Titans issue 1, which I did in fact enjoy, I saw the Vigil, and I saw the title, was like, okay, I'm gonna see what this is about, and it looks like a cover for a James Bond novel, and I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. And one of the things that I'm coming to really like about the Dawn of DC initiative is they are introducing some pretty interesting new characters that I can get really behind and really be passionate about. When I come down to make my decision on, out of all of these titles that I'm currently reading, which one of them am I going to stay with when I'm done reading when I get down to the bottom of the list. So, the Vigil issue number 1. This is a really cool cover. Reminds you of a James Bond book cover. And it has this James Bond kind of feel with like secret agents and you know, these things are happening. And the artwork, I really do happen to really like it. It just has this feel of like you know, hidden bases, and oh, you need to take out this target. In all honesty, this is like the first title that I'm like really super passionate about, and definitely can see myself reading beyond issue 1. One of the things that I like about the Vigil, and what I really appreciate of what DC did, was introducing like the secret agent, something that I really don't see in DC Comics. I don't see the secret agent man, or in this case a woman. I don't see that in DC. It's just mainly superheroes flying around and stuff like that, and I don't really know if these people even have powers besides, whatever like gadgets they get. And it's called it's like Jig in a Storm, and that is badass right there. So yes, I absolutely absolutely loved this issue. I thought this issue was so good. And definitely it tells me that DC is willing to experiment with, these new characters and all of that. And I just really find that to be refreshing as a comic book reader, because I like to read all different kinds of comic books. And if you can throw a spy thing in there, like, yeah, I'm on board with this. So this was a really good issue. I really did, in fact, enjoy it. I'm going to give this 5 stars. It is an awesome first issue. For people that want to know what it's about, it says here, who are the Vigil? The shipping vessel Eastwind was taken captive by pirates of the coast of Thailand. Wow. 24 hours after the crew has been hostage, before communications has been established or any demands made, the crew reported an intervention by a group of unknown individuals. Amid other bizarre claims by the crew are reports of an individual who changed his appearance at will, and a woman who seemingly dodged bullets. Once the pirates were taken out, no attempt was made to rescuing the crew. There has been been rumored rogue metahuman targeting weaponized illegal technology, while some hinting that they call themselves the Vigil. What are they after? Why did they intervene? And are there metas among us? Stay tuned for more. Do you know you are being watched. Alright, so apparently these are metahumans. So they do have abilities. But I will say this, the only time I've heard the word metahumans by actual name is Static Shock. I'm not, before people say, well, they were in other comics and they were mentioned by name. I have not read every single comic that was ever created, even the 30,000 comics that or how many number of comics I've got that I can dive and sink my teeth into. I'm probably not going to be able to read all of them in the year. I mean, I might have to extend another year before I read all the comics that DC's brought out. But even that task, I'm not actually going to do. So if I say that the first time I ever heard of the word metahuman was in Static Shock, that is just from my own personal experience with like DC Entertainment and stuff. So this is the second time the word metahumans has actually been used in some kind of summary or some kind of TV show. But anyways, I know some people say, well, Poison Ivy's a metahuman. Well, yeah, I mean, she's a metahuman, but she doesn't call herself a metahuman. She just calls herself Poison Ivy. So, as I said, 5 stars. Definitely looking forward to the second issue. So, the next video that I will be doing a review on is, I think it's called City Boy, issue 1. Definitely looking forward to reading that one because I've been hearing some pretty great things about it. So we'll see how I like it. But the Vigil is definitely, I don't even know how many issues there are of the Vigil, but I definitely am going to try to read them all, or I probably will end up reading them all. So I will see you guys in a bit.